So wait, what you're saying is that COVID's real and it's not fake?
No, get out. It's
Weird.
actually real. We got to ask my husband, is it real?
And you know what the funny thing is,
Right.
not to get political or anything,
Uh-huh.
because I don't know if you saw I posted about um, Joe Biden had called. It said Joe Biden calls wife of police officer. So the police officer from the Glenridge area that had passed away from COVID
Oh,
was a family friend of my husband's.
oh, okay.
So that happened in April, and then Joe Biden wound up calling. And of
Mhm.
course, there's those random Facebook friends you don't hear from are like, oh, so I guess you're voting for Biden. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, I literally just posted something that was related to something that happened to our family, close family member. And that's the post, And then it's funny because Trump is a huge supporter for police officers. So you would think there would be some, like, you know what I mean? Like,
It was coming from the wrong candidate, If the
but it's
wrong
like,
candidate was calling.
listen, don't worry who I'm voting for. Okay. Don't worry. Just worry that I had put a beautiful post up about a nice tribute. Listen, bottom line, politics aside, if we all were on a platform and followed around 24/7 and had cameras in our face, we'd all be cuckoo brains. We'd all be nutso. We'd all be crazy. We'd all be dancing
Right.
like this. You know what I mean? Like, let me tell you something. Our worlds would be very different if we were
Yeah.
on the platform. So good
Yeah.
luck to Trump. Good luck to Biden. I can't. You
It
can't make
is what
anybody
it is right
happy,
now.
which
Yeah.
kind of is funny about following a plan because your topic suits so well.
I
Unless
forgot
I'm going in
to
the wrong
talk
direction. Unless I'm going in the wrong direction. So yeah, we always do this, guys. We always go off on a tangent. Welcome to 4.0 in life. If you don't know what you're listening to, I'm back with Sadie. Last month was just being pregnant was a lot. I'm finally getting back into the nitty gritty. I can't slouch anymore. I have to sit up straight so I'm not like
about.
squishing the
Right.
child. But I'm happy to be back on here. I'm happy to have my co-host with me. And I'm happy to talk about today's topic. I hope I'm going in the right direction. So Sadie, so I can take my breather because the pregnant woman feels like she just went up 8 flights of stairs. Take it away.
Okay. So, so today's topic, basically, it's like, well, that certainly wasn't in the plan.
Oops.
And where I'm going with that is, well, it's actually just pretty simple. Like, what's one thing or one decision you made in your life that was nowhere on your radar, was nowhere in the plan, nothing that you would have ever I can't even talk, envision yourself doing.
I do it often.
Now it's one of the best things you could have ever done.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
So,
Go with it.
okay, so for me, it was moving to New Jersey. Now, I know a lot of people are probably like, what?
They're like, wait, why? Why'd you do that?
Let me explain. So I'm from South Carolina, and I got married really young. So, like, I was around 22. My marriage had already gone to hell in in a, in a handbasket. It was
Handbasket.
done. It was a wrap. We were very young. So so that was a wrap for me. So I had my older daughter at the time. I just had Pumpkin. So, and my mom was my rock. My mom was everything. So my mom pops up one day. She's like, "Hey, yeah, I'm moving to Jersey." And I was like, "Yeah, we have a handful of family in New Jersey." So, but when she said it, I'm like, well, wait, what? You're going where? She's like, I'm moving to New Jersey. And I was just like, well, I'm
Why?
going too. Like, I'm going too. And it was something that I never planned on or anything like that. But so I picked up and I moved to New Jersey. And the reason I say it was one of the best things I ever did or best decisions I ever made is because the person that I am today, the person that I was able to grow into, I wouldn't have done that back home. I'm almost certain, because I was not as outspoken as I am now. And I don't even think it had anything to do with maturity. I just think where I'm from is a very small town area. Like, I used to raise hogs, we had clay dirt roads, you know. So,
You said hogs.
yeah. So, um, a lot of times what people thought of you is kind of like what you thought of yourself, you know? And I lived in this small little box. And I don't think I would have ever stepped out of that box. Like, you would have never been able to tell me that I would be sitting here doing a podcast with someone, you know, or that I would be writing for magazines, you know, simply because I felt that I could do it. I had no formal training of anything, and I had no one to really usher me into anything. It was just something that I said, you know what? I think I'm a pretty good writer. I'm going to try my hand at this. And, you know, I just went out and I did it. And certainly not on some reality show where I'm sitting there, you know, with other women who are equally like opinionated, and we go back and forth, you know, a good exchange. And back home, no one would have ever been able to tell you. I remember going to one of my class reunions, and someone was like, "Oh my God, it's just like you're this different person," you know?
Yeah.
But it's just that I would have never grown into who I am now had I stayed there. Too worried about what other people thought, if other people thought I could do it, you know, very timid, very, no, not timid, but just like in this little box. And I was comfortable with being there because that's all I thought that I could be. But when I moved to New Jersey, reaching out, meeting other people, being in positions to put myself out there with others, it was good for me. And just to think, like, when I think about all this personality I have and how it would have been like, you know, choked out back home, I'm just like, wow, I'm so glad I moved. Well, I'm in Pennsylvania now, but whatever.
Listen,
Who
the
cares?
taxes are ridiculous here in Jersey.
Oh,
Okay. When you buy a house, you're paying it off for the rest of your life. So you're
well,
super close by. You can make it. I mean, look what everybody went down when the Poconos, that was the spot to be. And now the Poconos are so like maxed out. It's like everyone's here
um,
now. I think, what is everybody moving to Delaware now? Is that like the hot spot or something?
yeah, I had a couple of cousins move to Delaware. Like, yeah, I, I'm good. I'm not going. I'm
No,
like,
you know what I think about? Did you ever see Wayne's World?
yeah, but God, it's been so long.
So like when they're on the couch and they're talking about traveling, it's like, let's go to Delaware. It's like, what are we gonna do in Delaware? Like, I don't know. Listen, people in Delaware, like I like your Gap. Like I've been hiking in there and stuff,
Delaware Gap. I like your.
which isn't. It's not.
You got a nice gap.
And someone's gonna be like, it's not even in Delaware. Okay, listen, but like, you know, it's funny that you said that because the first thing that comes to mind for me.
Mhm.
See, there's a couple, but I have to think about. Hmm. Can I do two?
You can do two. I just did one that most affected me. If I felt that.
Well, you know what it was? So I thought about meeting my husband because I
Okay,
went through, like I was married young too. I was married at 24 years old,
right.
and I had that notion that this is forever. This is my life. This is who I'm going to be with. I'm going to have a family. And then huge slap in the face when it ended.
Mhm.
Um, So for me, when I met my husband, James, he was in a relationship. I didn't know. Okay. I gave him my number, but did not know like there was some chickadee in the wings.
Right,
Even
right.
though he wanted that to be over, that's none of my business.
Yeah.
And I said to him, like when he told me, I was like, thank you for being honest, but I can't be wrapped up in something like this. This is not my
Yeah.
jam.
Yeah.
Like I'm 31 years old. Like I have expectations.
Mhm.
And then 6 months later, when he texted me and he's like, I'm not with the girl anymore. Do you want to hang out? I was very hesitant. It was
Mm,
not in my card deck. It was
right.
the plan that I was so afraid because I was like, well, what if I'm a rebound? Because I could be, he just broke up with her.
It was great.
I didn't want to be a rebound. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking for XYZ. What if
Right.
he's just looking for someone to hang out with?
Um,
Like there was all these
yeah.
nominations. So I was just like, all right, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Stop being so worried. You're
Right.
single. Um, just go out to dinner. And for me, it was hard because, like you, when we
Mhm.
married young,
Right.
we didn't do the dating thing. You know what I mean? Like in our dating
No.
our 20s. So
Yeah.
when I asked my mom, like, what's a date? Like, what do I do? Like, I don't even know. I
How do
felt,
I sit?
yeah. And I'm like, who pays? Like all these silly questions you ask yourself. But I was like, no, I'm 31 years old now. Like for me, it's different. When you
Mm,
date in your 20s, it's very different from dating in your
yeah.
30s.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So for me, it was probably the best plan that
Mhm.
I ever, opted for, because now I'm married. It'll be like how many years? It'll be 4 years on November 9th. So coming
Oh,
up very soon.
yeah.
We have a toddler, we have a baby on the way.
Yeah.
There are moments we want to strangle each other, but you know what? Like if I didn't, I'm always like, wow, like I wonder what
Mhm.
if I didn't?
Mm.
Like you were saying, like you now are doing all these things. Like if I didn't, like I'm not saying it's end all, but I don't know where I would be. I wouldn't be living in this house. I know that for sure.
I mean, I wonder what I mean, if I wouldn't have moved here, I wouldn't be doing anything much because there's nothing going on back home. Most of the people that I graduated high school with,
Yeah.
mostly everybody left. Like
Oh, like let the state.
they left not necessarily state, but that town, that area we were in. Mostly everybody left. Some people kind of stayed in and around, unless they became like teachers, and just further try to educate, kids in the community or whatever. But a lot of them either went to the military or
Oh,
there's nothing like where I'm from, two stoplights, that's my town. So there's not really anything going on. So if you were looking to kind of further yourself in any way, mostly everyone was getting out, at least out of right where we live. They may have gone to like Columbia, Florence, or like a little bit further out, but not from where I'm from. Everybody leaves and then we all get back together when we and like I said, there are a few people that stayed in and around, the area. But most of my graduating class that I can recall, people have gotten out of there. So I can't even imagine if I would have stayed, what would I be doing? I don't not much. I would have had to go back to school probably, like to do like become a teacher or something. like I, and
yeah.
like what I'm saying is like around there you would either have to be a teacher because that's a guaranteed, that's a career or job. And then like yeah, but no, I mean
Unless you move to North Carolina and there's, like a little more, I don't know. I'm
North
just thinking
Carolina,
about Bojangles and Krispy Kreme. Like, girl, you had it made. What were you
girl,
thinking?
I do miss Bojangles. Bojangles was awesome. I miss Waffle House,
Oh,
Bubble House. I miss,
I want
yeah,
Bojangles. Should we take a drive, just like a long road trip?
yo. We should, you know
We're
what?
gonna have to
Oh, we got the
quarantine
babies now.
forever.
Like, you got the babies now. They can't just get on the road and like, yeah, let's go. Hit up to like
On the
Waffle
road again.
House, Bojangles.
Like Bonnie and Clyde, but I'm pregnant. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
We're hungry,
going
sir.
on a run.
We're gonna quarantine in the car. Can I ask you a serious question on your perspective? Now that we said quarantine, this popped in my head.
Mhm.
I'm curious on how do I make this not political? Okay, so you had COVID. Did you do the antibody test yet or no?
No.
Okay. Did your doctor want you to do that or
No,
no?
well, I don't know whether he wanted me to or not because I was never allowed in the office and it was
Okay.
nothing that was ever because I already had all the symptoms when I contacted them. So they were just like, just in case you have it. do not come in here. We do not want you here.
No, yeah, no.
Straight to testing. So I went and got tested, and nobody has mentioned anything about the antibody test. I
But like
mean, I'd be
you're,
willing, if I can help somebody, then
yeah, but you're still concerned about COVID, right? I just want to ask, even though you had it.
woo, girl, yes. Let me tell you.
Okay.
So my first night out was like 2 nights ago. My husband was like, well, let's get you out of the house. You've been in the house for over a month
Aw.
now. So I'm like, okay, but I wasn't thrilled about going. I'm still scared. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still like scared. I'm still extra cautious. And I look at these people and I'm like, you poor unsuspecting souls. Like, you don't know, that you can actually pick this up. Just like, and I
Yeah.
know, they got to know, but it's just because I've had it. Like, I just look at them like, oh, they're being too careless, and so yeah, when I went out, I was just very much like still wanting everybody to be away from me.
Yeah.
Don't come
No.
near me because I don't want it again. Not, I don't know if you can get it again, but I think you can. So I don't want to take that chance. I just posted something because I'm trying to like beef up my immune system and everything, and
Yeah.
that's a plug. But this, it's called Mary Roots Vitamin C. Like, it's these liquid drops that I just got, and I have just been like drinking them because I'm like
I'd be afraid of diarrhea.
I'm trying. Well, yeah, I mean not like drink, but and I'm just trying to get myself back because I'm scared because I feel this is what I feel. I feel like I was so blessed and so lucky to be able to bounce back from it the first go around, and not for nothing, it wasn't an easy bounce back because I was still positive. Like, after having it, like, I was thinking this 2 weeks or whatever, and I should be. I was still positive. They kept me out of work. I was out of work for like I said, over a month
Yeah.
because I couldn't shake it. So I'm just very blessed that I didn't have it any worse than what I did, and so maybe that's part of me thinking I would be terrified to get it again because you know I don't even want to speak stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah.
And someone wrote a comment. I think my mother-in-law posted something because everyone keeps saying, oh, I'm over it. I'm tired. Here's the thing. You can't be over it. You can't be tired of it. You just
No.
have to be aware of it. And
Yeah.
that's the bottom line. Like, especially as an educator, we're watching numbers go up all over.
Right.
And I'm pregnant and I'm just like, peace be with you. Like,
I
keep
know.
your distance.
And I felt so terrible because Kyla had been exposed to me before I knew that I was positive.
Mhm.
Kyla had gone to school. Kyla was around her teachers and her ABA therapist, all of her therapists and everything. And the other little girl in the classroom, there's only two of them in her class, but my child was positive.
Were they okay? Did they test negative?
Everybody got tested. Everybody was negative. All
Wow.
of her dad's family, grandparents, everybody tested negative. She was the only positive, and she was asymptomatic. She showed no symptoms whatsoever. So,
Thank God.
again, just very, blessed in that I felt so terrible that I emailed her teacher. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so, like,
Right. Because what do you say?
I felt really bad. I told her, I was like, I'm so sorry. I said, I had no idea that, I said, and I was explaining to her. And she emailed me back. She was like, no. There's no need for you to apologize. She said, we were already, this was bound to happen at some point, like somebody, because you got like students and everybody's kind of in and out. And she was, saying that the school, that just goes to show that their school has been doing a really good job at trying to clean and make sure everything, and with the mask and making sure but she was so sweet because I felt so much guilt. So not only was I sick, but in the beginning, the guilt of waiting for the test to get back for all of my daughter's father's family. And I was just, and then the teacher and the staff and then the little girl in the classroom, I was just like, I couldn't even sleep. I really could not sleep because I felt terrible because my husband was an idiot.
Well, you know what it is too. Like, let me tell you, especially as like a police officer, like what are they going to do? They're around everything.
Let me clear this up so that
Put
everybody
them in
who's
a bubble.
let me clear this up so that everybody who's listening understands when I say my husband's an idiot with this whole thing, because it has nothing to do with the fact that I got it from him. It has nothing to do with the fact that I got it from him, because with him being an officer, like
Yeah.
the fact that he was going to the gym.
Oh.
Oh, yes. And when he's going to the gym, he's texting me and calling me, babe, these people aren't wearing their masks. This person, they didn't even wipe down the machine. I'm like,
No.
you're seeing this.
Yeah.
And it's still going. So
No.
then
No.
he
No.
was going, and when I would catch him, sometimes he's wearing his mask the halfway. There's no softy. So, and then I would say something to him. And then like he went, yeah, I can't even. Like he went to the doctor for a sinus infection. They told him to go get tested. Guess what? He didn't go get tested. So when he came home, he's like, got sinus infection. And I was like, so then he acted like he's all aching. He's like, oh my God, I was like, no. I said, you have something more than a sinus infection. You need to go get tested. Now, mind you, he's still going to the gym.
No.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ugh.
So then he's going to the gym, and so he says, well, how could I have COVID? I'm still able to go to the gym. I was like, right. So then when I started getting sick is when he was like, looking,
Uh-oh.
and I was like, I said, something's not right. So long story short, I got tested before he got tested because
Oof.
he was going to get tested. And I was positive. And he's like, oh, what? You're positive? I was like,
But that just proves a good point because, like, and, not many people are willing to share that because people are so afraid. But she's making the point that anybody can get it. You could be at the gym, you could be anywhere. And if you don't wear your mask the proper way, you can get COVID. Like, I can't stand everyone saying that the mask doesn't help me.
I mean, the thing that hit him like a gut punch was when Kyla tested positive.
Oh, yeah. Because
And then
that's so, like, that's bad.
he was like, oh God, I could hear him downstairs on the phone telling him, he's like, oh my God, he's like, Kyla tested positive. Because at the time, we didn't know whether or not she was going to have symptoms.
Right. You
And
don't.
it's scary because my daughter, she's only partially verbal. And when I say partially, I mean, she would not be able to tell you, I cannot breathe right.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
no.
So that was what was like freaking me out too. I was like, oh my God, what if she's not breathing properly and she doesn't know how to tell?
Right.
So anyhow, I'm gonna stop because I can go on and on. But,
It wasn't part of the plan. See what I did there?
you know?
Let me just tell you something. That hot fudge sundae tonight is going to be clutch.
See, I'm jealous because we're going somewhere that wasn't in the plan. We're going to Salad Works.
Oh,
'Cause
tonight?
I don't feel like cooking. What?
Oh, like that's your dinner salad?
Oh, but it's from Salad Works.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
know.
like a big C. I love salad.
Hi, babe.
Oh, is he?
We have another guest.
Oh.
Well, I didn't close the door because I thought he was going to be upstairs. So, right, 4.0 in life, right? No, I know you can make like a plethora of salads, but I didn't think, like, I don't know, like my husband will eat the salad. I need like, I don't know, like I need Thanksgiving dinner. I need like a pork chop, mashed potatoes. Like if I
Right.
just have a salad, are you making fun of my, don't make, I hear you. If I just have a salad, I'm not good.
No, but like salad, I'm good with salad. Like as long as it's like a hearty, good salad, I'm perfectly fine with that. And as long as I can have a roll with it or something, then I'm good with
Like
salad.
croutons, I need a crunch. I need a crunch factor. But you know what the problem with me is? I'll put more of the toppings on than the salads because I
Well,
don't
that's what makes it good. That's what makes it a meal.
I don't know. Like, okay, see, I should be eating. So tonight we had mushroom raviolis, nothing fancy. Don't worry. It was from a bag, like at ShopRite. And then I was like, babe, can you make Texas toast with it?
That's my husband's favorite. Everything's got to have some damn Texas toast with it. Like he's always, you want Texas toast? You want Texas toast? I was like, I'm trying to stay away from it. I'm like, yeah, put me one.
Well, I only had it because like I'm like craving carbs because I'm pregnant, and I'm trying so hard because I want to be able to manage my weight. Um, but then like yesterday, I barely ate anything, so making up for lost calories.
Gotta balance it out.
And I had a hot fudge sundae last night for dinner, so I feel if I have your dessert tonight, it doesn't count.
That sounds so good.
No, because while you're gonna be looking fit and trim and nice, I'm gonna be over here blowing up.
Girl, let me tell
Like, let me
you,
tell you, my hips are gonna get bigger before my stomach gets big.
that weight I lost from the quarantine weight that I gained, I was close to making it up during my COVID actual like.
You really?
Well, I did pretty good for the most part. I was still just eating the yogurt in the morning, and I wasn't doing all pancakes and bacon and stuff.
Ooh.
But oh, yeah. But but yeah, I was just doing yogurt in the morning, and dinner was just like whatever goes. Like last night we had pizza. My husband had
Ugh,
baked beanie pizza. Like
that's like the
I was like,
worst.
that's a lot. Like I
Yeah.
was looking at it like I would never order that.
That's like
Like
1,000 calories a slice. It's
it was
bad.
so heavy, and he got a whole pie. It wasn't even a personal. He got a pan, whatever that size is. And then it was just a lot. I'm sorry, we're way off topic.
But but we're making up for 2 months worth, so that's why.
I'm hungry. That's what the problem.
You know, it's funny. I told my husband, I'm like, yeah, I'm really tired. I'm like, it's only gonna be a half hour, and then I'm in the wrong meeting.
Uh, and then he just opened the door and closed it. I guess he was trying to
Oh,
see.
all right,
That's
all right, Ray. You're going to Salad Works. Calm down.
It's like Newtown Salad Works closes at 8. So I'm like, all right, cool, cool.
We just had to catch up. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did want to tell you, I'm really excited about this. Let me pull it up. We have some new listenerships. We got some new peeps on the map. New peeps on the map. I don't know why
Nice.
I said it twice, like I was a DJ. Hold on. So we have the States, obviously, Ireland, Canada, Nigeria, Brazil, Russia, Germany, Poland, Australia, France, Belgium, Hungary, Sweden. Singapore is new, Morocco, and the newest one is Romania.
Ooh.
Right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. All these people, I'm like, I feel bad that we don't speak the language. I don't know if they gets translated, but
Oh, well, you know what? Maybe that'll be the assignment for
are you
the next
nuts?
one we're on together. You
Hi
got to
in all those languages?
high in a few of those. Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
okay, honestly, let's do this.
yeah,
So it'll be December, right? If that's crazy. We have to say
yeah.
hi. We'll do it on our like Google will tell us first, and we have to try to say hi in every single language.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, that should be interesting. I'm gonna butcher it.
I'm actually like I'm pretty sad. Like Italy's not on here. Like what's going on?
Hmm. Hmm.
¿Por qué no? Like why?
See, I don't even know that.
I think that was Spanish. So don't
That's why they're not.
that's why they're not on there. Like, you dope.
Like, really? What is
I'm
real
just
Italian?
curious. Like, well, like Australia's like, g'day, mate.
Yeah, it would be cool to have some Australian listeners. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we do. Didn't I say Australia? Yeah. Yes, I
Oh, I
did.
don't know.
Yeah, Australia.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
France, I know. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonsoir. It's evening.
Oh, yeah, but for them, aren't they like behind?
Oh, yeah, it's our evening. Well, no, it's not because it's not going to be evening. We're recording.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's not tonight.
Oh, God. Wake up, Sadie.
So with that being said, Sadie needs to eat her salad works. I'm gonna go eat a healthy hot fudge sundae. Definitely not.
Oh, it sounds good, though.
You take a picture of your salad works and send it to me so I can put it on the Instagram feed.
Yes, yes, I
I'll
will
put it
do
up.
it.
So on Sunday I'll have to post it when this airs because they're gonna be like,
You're not going to recognize it under the dressing and toppings. It's just going to be like a bowl of, like, what is that?
Can you secretly record your husband like eating his salad?
He's so self-conscious of how he looks. Yes, I would do that.
We'll put it on. That'll be the Sunday preview. What's coming up next on 4.0 in Life with Sadie and Dina?
Yeah, he's like crunching. Yes, I would.
I'll record my husband. He's right behind the door. I'll record him eating his sundae tonight.
Yes, yes. And have people take a poll. Like, take a poll. Which one would you rather?
Did you prefer the salad or the sundae? Happy Sunday. Oh, that's my dog. Did you hear it? Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh. All right, guys, we're a hot mess. I do apologize. In the title, it'll say it all with today's episode. It's covering everything from quarantine to life after COVID, the aftermath of COVID with Sadie says, the plan, which was the topic, and do you prefer a salad or a sundae?
Which S?
Exactly. So guys, again, make sure you follow Sadie. It's at AWWSUGA. I always want to say,
you know what? I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt. So I have another page now because I started.
I saw that. What is it?
Sadie Says It All.
Okay. So they have to follow both.
Yeah. Or they can just follow Sadie Says It All because that's where.
That's more of your like production page going on?
Yeah. Because the All Sugar is like my personal page. So, but whichever they
Sugar.
yeah.
No, it's true. I have a personal page and then I have a personal page. I have the blog page. I wish I could morph them into one because it's too much. It's too high maintenance. I don't have time for
it's a lot. Yeah.
Instagram, can you please change that? Thank you so much. That would be great. I am a blonde trying to juggle and it's not working for me.
Yeah, just let people flip the page. Like,
please. The only thing that's perky about it is that like if I need an extra like, I'm like, oh, I'll go on my other account. That's about it.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So one more time, Sadie, thank you so much for joining me again every first of the month. Next time Sadie's on, it's going to be December. We're going to talk about some fun things. We're going to say hello in every language of our followers. That's going to be our number one goal. It's going to be very interesting. Can't promise it's going to sound great, but we'll make it happen because if I don't look great, she does, and that saves the show. Wednesdays is when the video airs. And yeah, follow Sadie at Sadie Says It All. Make sure you follow the podcast at 4.0 in Life. And yeah, we'll talk more next Sunday with a sundae and a salad. Bye, guys.
Bye.